AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe. This is why I love doing this show just by myself, by my lonely, because I ain't got to deal with this. There's a song and dance you must do with a teammate. We've all done it. Co-worker, right? Paul says something stupid. You like, but you in Paul's group. So if you put Paul down, you get put down. So you looking like, got to eat that one. But damn it. Well, it happens everywhere. Monica McNutt and Stephen A. Smith got a little contentious. I like it. Spicy nuggets. Let's check out what they're yapping about because they got Hot 100 over what? Of course, the WNBA. Check it out.
To the world of being a woman, Stephen A., and how you have to dance about your word choice and you have to please everybody and anybody as you navigate your being. We are talking about the world's greatest
How about being a black man?
Okay,
being black.
hold on 1 second. So this is what I'm saying to y'all, though, and I know we got to go to break, and we didn't necessarily go there, and maybe we should. There are so many layers in this conversation around the way that it's being discussed. When you no, and yes, Shannon, I know y'all are going to say and Stephen A., I know you just shared that you talked about the WNBA. You guys may not have said everybody, but the prevailing sentiment for folks that are just joining the WNBA and following women's sports is unfair to the women of this league, to your point, who have laid the groundwork for Caitlyn Clark to come in and now take it to the next level. That's all I'm saying in these conversations. Kennedy Carter's behavior is not indicative of the entire league. We are still talking about competition where you are allowed to get a little extra elbow in if you are competing and you do it within the parameters of the game. The game is physical. Caitlyn is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm at.
All right. Who talks about the WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talks about women's sports more than First Take?
Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Wow.
All right, we gotta go. You guys.
So did you know you're my guy, but who does more than
Stephen A., I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Watch what you ask for because you just might get it.
Well, real quick, before we hear his reaction, that part about what did she say? Oh, Kennedy Carter's actions are not indicative of the whole league. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. The hell is she talking about?
It's not true. This is a physical league, bro. It's a pro league, bro. Any rookie that comes in the league, they're going to take their bumps, bruises. You are going to be screened hard. You are going to be pulled. You are going to be. They're going to see if you really like that or if you're not.
So it is indicative of the league. That is what they.
Indicative of the league. Yes, it's indicative of basketball. It's indicative of a rites of passage of any first-year player coming into a grown adult league. NBA, WNBA, Major League Baseball, National Hockey League, NFL, whatever pro league you come into, the veterans and the people before you are not going to lay the red carpet out for you. Whether you're Michael Jordan or you're Caitlyn Clark, it don't matter.
So how is it? How is Monica going to say the opposite? That is indicative of the league.
Because the sentiment is slickster. The sentiment is that she's being headhunted. And that's not the sentiment.
That's a lie.
Yo, first of all, I watch a lot of WNBA. I watch it. She just got to win. She just got to win today. She had 30 today in this game. 38 rebounds, 6 assists, some shit like that, right? 4 steals. She had a crazy stat line today, right? They won the game. Extremely physical. Ran through some tough screens. Got hit a lot. Guess who else gets hit a lot? Jewel Lloyd. You know how long Jewel Lloyd been in the league? 4 years. The women are physical, bro. It's not about, Caitlyn Clark got to get her ass whooped. No, it's not about that. And we need to stop this sentiment. She's doing fine. She's gonna be all right. What did I just say? You heard the stat line I just said she had tonight, and they won. That's important too. But yeah, she's gonna get her ass kicked. This is women.
We compare the WNBA to the NFL offline. Flea tells me, yo, you love football so much. I know you want to get into football. What was my reply?
Because it's not what it's supposed to be.
I hate the NFL. I hate watching it. That is not football. Stop playing with me. The WNBA, all they're missing is the athleticism, and we could get controversial about they should lower the rims or whatever it is. I'm just saying they're not promoting the style of play that's going to be pleasing to us. It is a hard watch. We know this. Football is garbage. It is not what I came up on what football is. The quarterback is dancing around, signing, getting a haircut, signing autographs, coming out of the pocket and getting thrashed. No, this is not about just women. And that's what my problem is with this conversation. Hell no, it ain't about that.
You want to see mad Joe Theismann injury, right? You want to see all types of Joe Theismann injuries. That's what you like. You want to see that.
This is the game that I love. This is the game that was, this is why Patrick Beverly said, I got smacked going across the middle. And I said, oh, yeah, I'm taking off my helmet. And hey, mom, I'm going to go play basketball now. Yeah, that's why. Because those were different kind of dudes on that football field. I ain't built for that.
But the WNBA is the same. What did I tell you? What did I say to you offline? I said, listen, the WNBA is much like how, in terms of like fundamentals, how they teach it, but also the physicality of their sport is much like how we grew up. What did I say? Coaches taught all the time. When you're crossing the middle of when a cutter is crossing through the paint, you bump the cutter, you tag the cutter. You got to be physical. The cutter just can't go through there untouched, not impeding where they're going, because the cutter goes through, he gets a clean catch and turn and face, and he gets what he wants to do. Or he goes through the lane untouched, as they do now, and get to the spot where he wants and spots up for three, right? If you get bumped, if you get touched, if you get tagged, then that slows you down. Now, this is the pro level. 1 or 2 seconds is important. And when you're switching, when you're trying to, get out there to a contest, all that type of shit is important. So in the WNBA, it's just, it's a physical league.
So, and then going back to, hey, we've seen this with Steph Curry. And then it got worse with James Harden. When Steph Curry was in there, I said, this is the best shooter I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Then they changed the rules up to allow him to go be Steph Curry, what you see today. They call foul calls on you if you touch him a certain way in the regular season. Granted, he does get hit a lot. Don't get me wrong. He gets hit a lot. But they loosened the thing up to the point where we saw James Harden and we said, we can't even watch. This ain't basketball. It got to the point where we said, this is not basketball. James Harden is out here not playing basketball. He's traveling. He's doing all kinds of stuff. They're bending the rules because they think this is what people want to see. And we didn't want to see it. We were complaining about basketball back then. I said, I almost stopped watching basketball because of James Harden. Flea agrees.
It was tough to watch, man. I'm down here. Y'all know I'm down here in Houston, y'all. And I've been down here since 2014. And that is the height. That is the beginning of James Harden and his rise out here and what he did for the Rockets. But boy, at certain points, that was a tough watch, man. It was just tough. It was not an easy watch. So, amazing basketball player, but it's just the style was hard. As it went on, you remember he started, being able to find guys. He was more of a facilitator. So, averaging those crazy triple doubles. But at one point, it was just dribble, pound, 20, 20, get into something, or draw the phantom foul. It was wild. It was wild to me. Like, it was wild. I couldn't enjoy it.
What makes it crazier is same thing with Steph Curry. Hey, let's wait till the playoffs and see if they allow this. Because if they did, it would have been a wrap for NBA basketball. They would have changed those rules overnight. You ain't allowing this when it matters most. Why? Because we can target you. The referees are not calling this, and we're going to target you because they keep saying you're nice. You're the target now. You're the number one player on your team, the number one option on your team on the court. We're targeting you. We're gonna bump you going across the court. We're gonna hand check you a little bit because in the playoffs they allow it. That's the unspoken thing. Caitlyn Clark is being targeted. Period. He's gonna get into it about all this. You can't tell me she got a $20 million Nike contract and they don't know about this. You can't tell me she's the biggest face and you got people like Kennedy Carter going, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you how I get paid." I love it. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't understand why we can't say that. I don't understand what's so wrong about saying we targeting Caitlyn Clark. You're gonna earn this. You're gonna earn that $20 million. I don't understand what's wrong with saying that, Flea.
Because Cameron Brink is getting her ass kicked too, and Angel Reese is getting her ass kicked too, and every other player, Christy Martin, who was a teammate of Caitlyn Clark on Iowa, is earning her stripes with the Aces. She's on one of the best teams in the league. She's getting her ass kicked right now. Like, that's why I'm saying on the other side of what you're saying right now, bro. Like, yes, can we say it? All right, cool. Is that going to make you feel better? Cool, yes, we're targeting Caitlyn Clark. But
That's
guess what?
That's messed up. Because I didn't see anybody jump up on the sidelines, any teammate jump up on the sideline when Cameron Brink got bumped like that. When Angel Reese got bumped like that.
The camera's not... Bro, we're not going to act like there's not a heightened level of publicity and cameras and attention on this young lady. Don't be disingenuous just because you want people to just be outright saying that they're trying to take her head off. Don't do that.
Angel Reese comes out and says it's not just one person that helped hype the women's basketball like this. It's me too. How is this a one-on-one thing? Now you're really just trying to like make competitive with her of how the game got bigger because of this girl, and now you're a part of it too. It's like, nah, you're not. I said it the other day. You're not on Caitlyn Clark's level in terms of popularity and how much you brought to the college game and to the WNBA game.
Right now.
I'm not.
You
bugging
right now.
The hype behind Caitlyn Clark has people that I've never heard talk about WNBA basketball interested in it, trying to go to games. I have coworkers saying I'm trying to go to the game.
That is fine. If you don't think that there are young ladies, young black little girls right now watching, because there's a racial tone to this too. Let's be fair about that. There's a racial tone to this too.
So get into the racial tone, because to me it's like, okay, now we get into the Eminem effect.
I'm just saying, when we draw the line between a sport, especially on a professional level, that is dominated by African Americans and a smaller in stature white girl who did amazing things in college. It's not like she didn't do amazing things. She scored the most points in Division I history, men and women. So it is not like she didn't do something amazing. But what I'm saying is that don't get it twisted that the rivalry that was born between her and Angel Reese over the last 2 seasons of their college careers, Angel Reese may not be as popular, but I promise you, there are young black girls watching this girl and saying, I want to be like her. She's opening doors just as much as Caitlyn Clark is. I hate that it is like this right now. We in 2024 and we getting the same things that happened between Bird and Magic, right? It's whack, but it's there. It is what it is, and we got to have the conversation.
I don't think she's bringing as many people to the doors, the money, none of that, as much as Caitlyn Clark. I do not.
Okay, you talking about something? You talking about something else? Okay.
No, I'm talking about the same thing because the racial component is what it is. It's the Eminem effect. It's the Eminem effect, bro. Nike is Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre. There's no difference. You have this big machine that's hyping her up, and we also the same thing. Yo, she's good, she's cool and all, but like us, she's cool and all, but that ain't no Candace Parker. But that ain't no Angel Wilson. She has zero, in my opinion, she has no chance at being the best player of all time. Zero.
Oh, I don't think so. I told you, I see her being a Sue Bird type player, right? Her ceiling is a Sue Bird type player.
Right. So when we say that, now there's this hype behind her. And it's like, it doesn't match the talent, doesn't match the skill, which for me is what brings the targeting, because now you're hating. Anybody else, look at this ugly ass dude. How he got the whipping the chicks and all that. I'm hating. He got it all. How you get all that? This corny ass dude. It's the same thing. Yo, you cannot, once you start doing that, you're hating. Once you start talking about she ain't the only one that brought her to all this to the game. Angel, let's calm it down a notch. That girl had the highest rated games in college without you.
But why is there such heavy hate on Angel Reese? Help me understand.
Oh, no, see now. Oh no, now that's a great question. So
help me understand.
So
that.
Oh no, hold on. Is there hate for Angel Reese?
See, that's what's gonna piss me off about you right now with this conversation, because you're gonna tell me that there's obvious things happening to Caitlyn Clark, but when I ask you an obvious question, which is plain as day that's going on with her, you're gonna ask me rhetorically, is there? Yes, there is, bro. Yes, there's complete hate going on that young lady. She receives a lot of backlash. She's been receiving a lot of backlash. I get a lot of my friends sending me a lot of stuff, bro, talking shit. I don't even respond to some of them because, one, I don't agree with them. Two, they're my brothers, and I'll be kind and don't say nothing. But they're sending me stuff and saying slick stuff like, there's hate on that young lady. Nah, we're not doing that.
What are we not doing? All I asked was, does she get hate? Yes or no? Yes, Fabian. 1,000,000%. It's not even close. She's divisive like that. To me, she's more Draymond Green. But me personally, I'm watching Angel Reese before Caitlyn Clark any day of the week. And we know why.
I would agree.
Oh, well, you ain't agreeing why? Well, we know why. We know why we watching.
I would agree.
First, and I'm watching to see if she's nice after that. Sex symbol. She's an antagonist. She brings everything to the game, the promo, everything for the NIL deals and everything. She's revolutionizing the how to promote yourself more than Caitlyn Clark, because Caitlyn Clark is not, you can't even repeat what Caitlyn Clark is doing. That's an anomaly.
She buys into the Barbie look. You know, I'm gonna buy you Barbie. You know,
but that's replicable. All I'm saying is that if you know that she's getting hated on, there's no way possible that the other girl that's way more popular at this point, based on the views, based on a bunch of stuff, isn't getting hate. That's the part of me that's like.
But that goes to my point, bro. I'm saying that this young lady has the same type of flair and charisma and she captivates audiences too with who she is. Now, because they've put this,
they both do. You're saying?
I think they both do. It depends on what flavor you want. And I mean that respectfully, not racially, but if you want to take it that way, that's fine. But it depends on what flavor you want. Because I'm telling you right now, I love both of them. I'm gonna watch both of them just because I love basketball and I love how they play the game. But if I'm gonna sit down and there's a WNBA game on and the Chicago Sky are playing XY team and the Indiana Fever playing XY team, I am going to watch the Chicago Sky. I am. And that don't have nothing to do with her being white. I just like I like how Angel Reese approaches the game. You could see the development, especially I saw her from Maryland transferring to LSU. Like, I've seen her develop. She still has a lot ways to go, but I'm enjoying her developing into a pro basketball player and her coming into her own with buying into, being able to promote who she is. Like I said, the Bayou Barbie, the NIL deals, the fashion, all of that stuff. She's tall, like buying into a model type thing. Like, there may be some, you know what I mean?
He's a sex symbol.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. This is what I'm saying. She is paving the way for a lot of young ladies. A lot. May not be in the numbers that Caitlyn Clark is, but I promise you, Celine is asking about Angel Reese before she's asking about Caitlyn. Celine is my daughter, y'all. Celine is asking about Angel Reese. You know what I'm saying? And she's turning 10 years old.
So the Caitlyn Clark thing is, that's where we disagree in terms of the promotion and the attraction to Caitlyn Clark is way more about basketball skill and way more about, oh, there's a girl that looks like me and can play ball and she's Steph Curry like, right? the Angel
Caitlyn
Reese
Clark's
thing.
a better ball player than Angel Reese right now. Like if we want to call a spade, she's a better ball player. But I think I explained myself. I'm liking the maturation of her game and what I'm seeing. So
But I don't expect her to be a top player of all time either. And that's where a lot of people are sending shots at them for that. Like the WNBA's been bigger than this before, and it's just like not really. It's never been we never talked about it like this before ever.
That's
Regular people.
Everybody else's fault. That's
No,
not the league's fault.
I'm not blaming the league, and actually I am blaming the. Hold on a second, but we gotta blame the league because it took Angel Reese to She's the one who revolutionized everything. Let's get that clear.
The league had stars, bro. The league had stars. If you liked so, but that's what it's getting down to. That's what it's getting down to. But the gap and when you get into the minutia of that, if you watch the WNBA, I'm gonna sound bougie right now. I don't give a damn. You had to be a purist of basketball. You had to love watching the game, and it didn't matter. Oh, if not everybody else is not watching, if everybody else is not, we're talking about the late 90s going into the early 2000s, right? We're talking about when cable was different. We're talking about when there was no streaming. We're talking about when you actually had to go find what channel the game was on. And they had stars. If you were living in a city that had a good WNBA team, you were into that team. I grew up in New York City. We love Teresa Weatherspoon. We love Rebecca Lobo, Kim Hampton, Vicki Johnson. Those were stars at that time. Houston Comets won 4 in a row, like I've told y'all. Tina Thompson, Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops. Kim Perot was a goddess in Houston. This was her city. Y'all thought those three ran this was, rest in peace, but this was her city, Houston. So I'm just saying, bro, like there was stars. People were not interested in it, and I don't think that is at fault of a league that was birthed in 1997. So go ahead.
No, I just disagree with no, I agree with the fact that yes, they had their own stars. The WNBA had stars. Cynthia Cooper just happened to be older when she got to the league. If it had started younger, she would have grew into this. She was like Michael Jordan of the WNBA back then.
Do you remember Tisha Penicheiro?
No.
You would go look at Tisha Penicheiro right now. You're gonna go look at her, and then tomorrow you're gonna hit me. You're gonna be like, "Damn, Flea, yeah, that's my type of ball player. I like her. I like her."
But
watch after you see, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god."
But there was no Flea doing all this. And again, to say that you can't blame the league for it, that is a lie. That is a lie. Because hold on. That's okay, a lie. Because there is no. Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna be quiet. If the league is solely responsible, an inaugural league is solely responsible for making sure that the popularity of the WNBA reaches its highest potential quickly, how do you explain that? What are they supposed to do that?
They be innovative. They didn't have this beef that is real, the rivalry that is real. They didn't have anybody that was willing to do all this. They didn't have that, and unfortunately, the NBA took another level and it went live television because of Bird and Magic with the racial component again. That still exists. That's why they keep comparing these girls to Bird and Magic. It's still there. It's still, people are still thriving off of it. They never went into it. Diana Taurasi is not into that. She wasn't into that, and she was nice, but I ain't playing them games. She's too real and authentic about that. Caitlyn Clark doesn't even speak to it like that. She's very quiet when it comes to all this. But Angel Reese is not. They didn't have an Angel Reese who's very bold. She's Draymond-like. She's not playing these games. They never had. She's as much as that's what Angel Reese is mad about. Now that I'm talking to you, that's what she's mad about. Hold on, you're gonna give her all the props? We've been hyping this thing up since college. Part of the reason why you guys, I'm catching all this flack from Dave Portnoy, who I don't no longer support. You're a jerk and a half, and I can't even say the words I want to call you.
Go to hell.
There's no reason to, but that's how they feel. And the only reason why he feels that way is because our Angel Reese is unapologetic.
So let me say something to you real fast, and I'm gonna leave it at this with this. Portnoy's sentiments on Angel Reese are some of the sentiments that are sent to me from friends. So that's what I'm saying. Like, she's receiving hate. People don't like her.
Okay, that's cool, but people don't like Draymond. Like, we can't, and that's
It's
what
not about Draymond.
Dog, hold on a second. We can't. Draymond's out there saying he just spoke on it. He said, "I'm a villain. I didn't like the fact that Kennedy Carter went out there and acted like she wasn't a villain." No, stand on that. Angel Reese cannot go from being the villain, talking all that, and then after she loses the championship, whatever it is, this season, the team that just beat you, SC, whoever it was, you're in the press conference crying about the last year being victimized, whatever it is. No, you can't do that. You got to show some class now. Bro, they won. They won. It's not my time to talk about this yet. I'll have my time in place for this. I am a villain.
I think there's an aspect of it, and I don't want to get into that because I would love to have, to be honest, with these type of conversations, I would love to have a woman up here in the mix with us having these kind of conversations, especially with the WNBA. You could smirk all you want. I think that would be cool to have a woman's perspective, because there is an element to this when you're talking about women emotions and how they process them completely different than men. I don't care if it's amongst the sport or if it's amongst in your household. They process it different. So she's just lost the game, the championship game, and the expectation is for her to go up there and take accountability for that. And right. She may not process it like that. She may feel like, okay, I need to get these emotions out now because I've been bottled them up for 2 years. There's another perspective to it, bro.
No, I don't care if it's a man or a woman, but that's come on, man.
There's another element to it. I don't think you're being fair about that. If you don't want to talk about it, it's fine.
No, it's not that I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. I'm acknowledging that this person is stepping on a moment that she shouldn't be stepping on. Period. You should not be stepping on this.
I think if you started with that, you'd have disarmed me a little more.
Okay, because the same thing we talk about LeBron for the last 2 years. Why are you talking about retiring and Denver just swept you? That's why Mike Malone was upset. Bro, don't do that. Tight. You're the biggest star in the league. Angel Reese, you're damn near the biggest star in college basketball. If you're not, it's arguable now for a lot of us. You can't do that to the other team. You just can't do that. I don't like the back and forth victimizing game. No. If you're gonna play the villain, you sign up for it, you do that. If not, you can't be Bayou Barbie. Because Bayou Barbie ain't regular Barbie. Regular Barbie's kind of trash. Bayou Barbie ain't playing them games. I like Bayou Barbie because she's kind of gangster. I like Angel Reese for being like, wait, do not apologize for that. I love that. Go be that villain. Now, she's telling y'all how hard it is. She's telling y'all how to idiot approach Kennedy Carter in the street. You need to be smacked up. You need to be done. That security guard, turn them cameras off. Let's stomp you out a little bit. You better not be approaching these women.
Yeah,
let's get crazy. This clear, man. White or black. Come on now. So we are crazy. But I don't.
These young ladies, these women, they're professionals and it's their job too, right? They get into it just like you're not running up on the NBA. You're not going to do it unless you want to get thrown up in the air. You don't. So respect these women.
What am I making it out to be, Isaiah Jackson? Because you clearly disagree, and we don't. Me and Flea talk like this offline, and we talk about bring it online. So what you're trying to break down is Angel Reese. Just think about it. When you're the quiet one, nobody knows what to think of you. And if you just look innocent, it is what it is with Caitlyn Clark. Is she being? Yes, it's a white and black thing. You cannot say it's not. At this point, you can't say that. We see what it is. We know what they're saying.
There's a ratio. I think you would be lying to yourself. And my favorite word being disingenuous if you don't think that there's any racial undertones with this. And not saying that they're bad racial undertones. Just saying that there are people that are drawing a line in the sand saying I'm over here or I'm over there. Right? It is happening. Like,
she didn't sign up for the villain role. They are trying to push it because they want the black woman to be the bad guy. No. I think Angel Reese could have been white. If you have that sort of attitude, you have that sort of approach to life and marketing, they would have made her villain. If Angel Reese was white, she would still be the Caitlyn Clark.
Isaiah Jackson has validity to what he's saying. You don't want to. There's validity to that. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that's not true. But if she was just a nice girl, none of us would have any of this to say. If she was like Caitlyn Clark, we'd be like, what the hell are you people talking about? What am I going to say?
But she's being herself.
We agree. But herself happens to be an antagonist. She's over here doing all this. She was yelling when
Caitlyn Clark playing basketball.
Exactly. Caitlyn Clark, who has some of that in her, but she hides it. Don't get me wrong. If we're talking
The
about
girl
book,
was going around doing this.
Yes.
No, there's no hiding that. She's not hiding anything.
But it's strategic. It's intentional. If we always talk about the kind of Brooklyn people that I know, my Brooklyn ninjas, what we know them for is being grimy, right? Being grimy, outwardly grimy. But there's the sneaky Brooklyn ninja that gets away with it all. And Caitlyn Clark is a sneaky Brooklyn ninja. Angel Reese is the loud one, grimy one, out loud. You know what she is. We don't really know what Caitlyn Clark is. Don't get me wrong. Do not, please, do not for 2 seconds. Don't allow me to ever have you people believe that I don't think that girl knows what she's doing. I know, just like Angel Reese is doing, she's saying, bro, she knows what she's doing. Caitlyn knows what she's doing out there. Stop playing with me. I get it. But it's wrestling, Flea, and you hate that about it. But that's what brought this to the game. Yes, I said it. I got to it. I got to Mixie K. McMahon.
I thought we was gonna get through an episode. I thought we were gonna get through an episode without it.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.